2024 hosts Germany remain on course for a home triumph at this summer's championships thanks to a 2-0 triumph over Denmark in their last 16 clash at the Signal Iduna Park in Dortmund. Second-half strikes from Kai Havertz and Jamal Musiala got the job done for Julian Nagelsmann's side, who had to overcome a brief red and white storm and a literal thunderstorm in the first half. Kasper Hjulmand's men were building up a head of steam before flashes of lightning forced a 25-minute hiatus, after which the Germans were the dominant force and thoroughly deserved their place in the last 8. Either Spain or Georgia will be Die Mannschaftsfoes in Stuttgart on July 5, while their Scandinavian counterparts head home on the back of a largely forgettable Euros campaign, especially after their magical run to the 2020 semis. A few moments after Joachim Andersen thought that he had opened his senior Denmark account, the Crystal Palace defender became the villain in his own penalty area during a chaotic 4-minute period. Andersen had capitalized on some chaos in the Germany box as Nagelsmann's men failed to deal with a cross, and he lashed home clinically into the bottom corner, only for a VAR review to deny him due to Thomas Delaney's offside offense. As the hosts charged down the other end of the field, Andersen fronted up to David Raum as the RB Leipzig man delivered a cross into the box, but the ball took a nick off of his outstretched finger before sailing behind. Following a check of the monitor, Michael Oliver pointed to the spot, where Havertz coolly dispatched Germany's opening goal, to well and truly rub salt into the centre-back's wounds. After the early shock of Nico Schlotterbeck's disallowed goal and a barrage of German attacks, Denmark had weathered the Mannschaftssturm and began to get a foothold in the game as the first half wore on. However, one storm that neither the Danes nor the Germans could weather was a fierce series of lightning strikes and rumbles of thunder over the Signal Iduna Park, which forced referee Oliver to bring proceedings to a halt. The Danes' momentum was well and truly killed, though, and their attempt at playing a high line proved completely fatal in the 68th minute, where Musiala raced through and calmly slotted home his third of the tournament to rubber stamp the hosts' progression. The less said about Denmark's group stage performance the better, and the 1992 champions were also at risk of being blown away by Germany in the earliest exchanges, where they just failed to deal with a host of set pieces. However, as the hosts inevitably began to take their foot off the gas, some of Denmark's counters briefly caught the eye, that is until they were let down by a poor final ball or a snatched finish. Rasmus Højlund was culpable for a couple of the latter. There were aspects of the Danes' performance to be left encouraged by, but the Scandinavians will no doubt reflect on their overall Euro 2024 experience in a negative light, giving Hjulmand plenty to ponder before 2026 World Cup preparations ramp up. A full 5 days of recovery are now on the menu for Germany, who face either three-time winners Spain or plucky underdogs Georgia for a spot in the semi-finals in Stuttgart on July 5.